Say hi.
Good evening, and
Hello.
welcome to our table. Tonight, going to be playing a game called For the Queen, created by Evil Hat. And they are really a really wonderful company, designs really incredible games. Have been fortunate enough to play a few of their games already, and I've heard a lot of great things about this game. Our players don't know really anything about this game, which is great. This is how I think it should be played. So, without further ado, I want to jump in and I'm just going to read some instructions, some directions how to play, and then we're going to get started right away. Um, as always, thank you, all viewers who are watching. Please click that subscribe button if you'd like to follow us for when we go live. We're going to see a lot of content coming up, especially as we gear up towards the fall, for our mainline campaign in D&D 5th edition. And we have a bunch of other fun things coming your way as well. A couple one-shots, and some other interesting stuff for the rest of the summer. That being said, I'm going to start with For the Queen is a game about love, duty, and devotion. Players collaboratively tell a story about a queen's retinue undertaking a perilous journey, by each contributing one character's subjective viewpoint. All the characters have a complicated history with the queen, and the journey becomes a place for them to both develop and reflect on that relationship, and perhaps grow closer to the other members of the retinue as well. For the Queen is inspired by early digital RPGs like Final Fantasy, and um, the setting information, instructions, player prompts are all delivered via deck of cards. This deck consists of instruction cards that contain the game rules and setting information, X cards, which are a content calibration tool, Queen cards, these are illustrations which players can use to inspire their story, prompt cards, forming the bulk of the game. These are short questions that are answered by players on their turn. Answers will fill in the characters, their world, and their relationships to each other and the queen. And the end card. This is the final prompt card. Once drawn, it is answered by all players in turn, and then the game ends. For the Queen stars characters who are on a journey with their beloved and often terrible queen. They may or may not know why they were chosen, or what will happen to them along the way. No one plays the queen. Players come to know her only through the eyes of the player characters who love and serve her. Aside from those specifications, everything that happens to and exists around the characters is determined through play. The retinue can be a realistic, speculative, historical, or fantastic setting. Authority. Every player shares equitable responsibility for following the rules and developing the story. There is no game master or facilitator. Players take turns drawing and reading cards in clockwise order, starting with the first instruction card and answering prompt cards until the end card is reached. When a player draws a question card, they have three options. 1. Read it aloud and answer it from the character's viewpoint. 2. Pass it to the next player in turn order saying, I'd like to hear your answer to this question. Or tap the X card or otherwise indicate the card as being X carded and draw another one to replace it. The X card effectively removes it from the game, that prompt from the game. A player who answers a question card may do so as simply or as elaborately as they wish. Other players may make suggestions or ask follow-up questions, and the one who drew the card can accept those suggestions or answer those questions to whatever extent they prefer. A player who receives a passed card may answer it, X card it, or pass it the same way the original player did. The original player's turn is now over, and the player who received the passed card's turn will be over when they pass it or answer it. X carding a card does not end a player's turn. They draw the next card and continue. Players can also X card prompts that are drawn by other players or any other content that arises during the game. The X card removes the content from the game and does not need to be explained or justified by the one who used it. I'm going to butcher this name, guys. The X card was originally developed by John Stavropoulos and is adapted for use in this game. And then to learn more, I will include a link later. The Queen cards are going to be what we choose from. You guys can choose. Well, we'll do that in a second. But I'm going to just finish up the reading pace of play. Sessions typically last 30 minutes to 2 hours. Sessions have been known to go longer. Pacing depends on three variables: where players shuffle the ending question card into the deck, how elaborate players make their question card answers, and how many follow-up questions players ask each other. What matters? Cats. What matters? For the Queen is about relationships. Focus on the player character's subjective impressions of the Queen. their history with her, and how that impacts their relationships with others. To enjoy this game, listen to each other, knowing that the world is being built around you as you go. Be attentive to what your fellow players are saying and incorporate it into your own answers. Essentially, yes and. Great. Thank you to Evil Hat Productions for that wonderful SRD that I just read. Actually, really, really great tone setting. Without further ado, we are going to, I almost said team, like I'm talking to my kid, like I'm teaching a class right now. Okay, team. We're going to look at the queens.
As if we're kids in your class.
Sorry, what was that?
Just keep talking to us like we're kids in your class, please.
I am actually going to pick up... Hold up.
So Eve, you got all that, right? All those rules? You good?
Oh, yeah. I didn't miss anything.
Okay.
It's not many rules.
I've become one of those people that just can't comprehend audio instructions.
Well,
so.
There are visual instructions. If you guys can see those should be in the
in your journal. Yep.
In your journal, yeah. So if you'd like to.
No.
So did you just read the overall Roll20 instructions, or one of the like?
No, I read a more in-depth. I read a more in-depth instruction.
Imagine having to read the instructions.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
No, I'm a university student. I just have to listen.
One of the things. If you have any questions about the instructions I just read, then
I don't think so.
No, one of the things that stood out to me, because I did look at the instruction cards beforehand, I do love. So the X card is usually a safety tool, and it is in this too. But I like that they also just make it integral to the gameplay and just a major part of it, just to make people comfortable using that safety tool and getting practice with it.
Yep, and there's no explanation required to using it whatsoever.
Yeah, it's a great tool.
Great. With that being said, can you guys see the queen? Like the choices of queens?
I see a red and a blue on the right.
Yeah, so click on that blue and click choose. Well, nope, don't click on that.
It says removed or draw.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, but now we see it. Now we see a queen.
I did that. I'm so sorry. Can I remove? Should I remove?
She's like this.
This doesn't look like a queen. This looks like a swamp witch.
Okay, so we're saying no to this queen.
I don't
like
this one.
Do you wanna?
Wait, let me show the chat. Yeah. So
chat,
this is the first queen.
Hold on, let me just.
She's not really regal. She's kind of.
We're right there. X card.
She's. You know what she's giving? Cult leader. That's what she's giving.
Yes, I could see that.
Have you guys ever seen, as we're picking queens and talking about cult leaders, have you ever seen the movie The Master?
I have not.
With Joaquin Phoenix, but who plays the someone plays the cult leader. I don't want to follow this guy. I don't see him. That doesn't bring love to my heart.
This
actually, it's a queen. We're under matriarchy.
How about this one?
This one I like.
That I could get down with. Yeah,
I could get behind this one.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys want to see more? I can do more.
Yeah, show us more. But this one is like in the top 3. You know.
I'm just dragging them all on.
It's only been 3. They're all in the top 3.
Let's just I'll deal them out. How about that? Let's see.
Yeah, it's top contender though.
All right, let's see. Choose. We got this queen right here.
I like her too.
She's pretty good.
Yeah, it's also a good one.
Okay.
We like the exposed belly. That's really body positive.
Okay.
I was thinking about the under boobs. Sorry.
Ooh, yeah.
We seem to have strong fans with that queen.
Oh, I like this one too. The artist should be. They shouldn't have so many good artists making their art. They should have worse artists to make it easier to choose. That's my suggestion.
Ooh.
Oh, is she eating?
She's riding.
A hot dog?
She's riding. That's a feather.
Oh, yes, it is. Okay, I got to get a little closer. There we go.
This one's alright.
Yeah.
I agree with the beverage choice. Very good. Ooh, this one is a dog.
Yeah.
And a bird. And roses. This one's like checking boxes for me.
Oh, I like this one. This one is like Esmeralda. She looks like Esmeralda.
She does. Oh, here we go. Ooh.
Whoa. Too many. Mike!
This is a lot of queens. Oh, there she is, Lizzie. Boom, right there.
The people can't see this, right?
That's Queen Lizzie. She's got a lanyard.
And then,
Well, I'm gonna.
Have this one.
What do you mean the field kit? I'm gonna drag them so we can see them all at the same
Okay,
time.
okay, okay.
Yeah. So I'm just like gonna try to light them up here.
I was like, too many appeared all at once. They can't
Well, I had
see
to
all
get
of
them out of
that.
the thing.
The prompt
Hold
said
on.
something about like the queen is sometimes terrible. Is that
Yeah.
terrible how?
Oh, she always
Like
is.
great and terrible. Like I'm Oz, the great and terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some of these don't look terrible at all. Like they look way too
No,
kind.
you just have to imagine it.
They might look a certain way. That doesn't mean that they're not gonna be terrible.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true, I guess.
Think Daenerys.
All right, these are our
Oh, that's a
choices, people.
spoiler.
I'm cutting it to these 12 because we said one.
I like the top left 3 are my favorite ones. Those are my favorites. Although I still like the chicky and the hot dog too. But the top left 3.
I don't think it's a hot dog.
I like
This is my
the-
story. I'm telling.
exposed belly with the skull at her feet. I like the mysterious one in the darkness who you can't see, and then I like the one that has the dog and the bird. Those are the
Okay,
three.
Eve, which ones do you like?
Mine goes for this one here. The mysterious lady.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna limit some of these.
Actually,
Hi,
the mysterious
ladies.
lady and Esmeralda. No, Esmeralda.
Well, that was the overlap. Although,
Okay, these are our 3 finalists, people. We have to pick one of these. Okay, I'm making you choose.
Wait, you have to put them a bit more centered for the people to see them. Yeah.
these options.
I vote the dark and mysterious one.
I'm gonna vote middle. You all get one vote because how it
I'm
works.
gonna vote.
Take
I'm
your
gonna
time.
vote the one with the little animal so that Eve has to actually.
Oh,
choose.
guys, you're
Nice, good
evil.
Okay, who's our queen for tonight?
I feel like it's a big decision. I'm nervous.
Okay, we
Wait,
gotta start playing soon.
She has a baby. It's a baby dragon. I made a cannon, by the way. She has a baby dragon. That's the cannon, and that's her. That's the queen.
All right. Boom. Decided.
Okay, I'm gonna hide the queen deck. Okay, perfect. Now we only have prompts. It says play should proceed clockwise. I'm gonna start top left on my screen with Andre because you're first, and it's gonna go Andre, Eve, me, and then Matt, and it's gonna just cycle in that order. When you draw a card, again, all you have to do is either answer the question, you can pass it to the next player. In your case, it would be Eve, the next player, or you can exit and just remove. You can drag the next player, move to the game.
So
good?
when you say pass, that means I'm not answering for whatever reason, but Eve has to, or what's?
Yeah,
what's the pass
you're like, oh, you could say, I really want to see this person. Your answer, your question, like your answer to this question. So if you think your prompt's really good for Eve, you can pass it to Eve. And if you think it's
Okay.
really good for me, you can pass it to me. If I think it's really good for Matt, you can pass it to Matt. If Matt thinks it's really good for you, you can pass it to you.
Oh, okay, cool. So we can just keep going in circles. Got it.
Exactly. Yep.
All right.
And we all
And
answer
as a
one
best
question.
practice, so people understand how to play this game, make sure that the person who didn't understand the rules at all goes first. That's how.
Yep.
you make
Yep.
sure.
That's trial by fire, but that's how we do it. Tough love. The first
All right.
prompt, you may read it.
You think, hang on. You think of someone in this retinue as the queen's favorite. Who? What makes you think this?
Ooh.
Okay, cool. So at this point, it's just free form coming up with anything.
That's the game, my friend.
Yeah.
This is the best kind of game.
But like, do we play as a character?
Yeah.
Yes.
But you made
But
so.
no characters have been introduced yet.
But
You don't-
But that's the thing. From what I understand of the rules, with that you can make up part of my character's personality, for example, and then I have to play off of that after.
Okay, interesting.
Did I
You
understand it
think
right,
of-
Mike?
I'm not saying anything in this
Oh,
moment.
okay.
I'm choosing not to help him. I'm not
I
helping you because I
also-
believe in you.
I got a thing that says draw multiple cards. I'm not doing that, right?
You don't need to do anything.
Okay.
Except answer this fucking
So-
question.
Someone in the retinue is the queen's favorite. I believe that it is the queen's mistress of arms, whose name is Ophelia of the Rose.
Ooh.
And she is a very strong woman, both in body and in spirit. And she is charged with guarding the queen. And I think the queen may have a secret crush on her.
Ooh.
But that's like totally like nobody knows about that. It's very secret.
Vice.
What makes you think this?
What makes me think this? Because for this role as a personal guard of the queen and the mistress of arms, she is able to delegate guard responsibility very often. However, she chooses not to. And so, from my perspective, they spend more time together than they strictly have to according to duty.
So do you does he now play as Ophelia of the Rose?
Oh, he just said you're. I think he was saying you are Ophelia.
Like you as in me? Or as in you?
You as an Eve player.
I am now
So, no.
Ophelia, and I am in a gay relationship.
No. Andre did the right
Oh.
thing. He started
Okay.
off telling a story.
Yeah.
We don't know who that is. We don't know who's playing that character.
Okay.
His turn is now over. Thank you, Andre. That was perfect. I'm putting that in the chat. Ophelia the Rose, sworn bodyguard of the Queen, kind of like a Queen's Guard. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Fuck. Yes, absolutely.
Queen, and I'm gonna just put possible romantic involvement.
I think I'm just gonna snag Ophelia because I kind of really want to be in.
You can do whatever you want to do, my friend. Just answer this next
I'm ready. I'm
question.
so ready.
Choose. Okay, I was gonna drag it over. How does the Queen remind you of her status while on the journey?
What journey? Where are we going?
We are undertaking. I read it in the directions.
Did you?
I did. We are part of the Queen's
no.
retinue. We are undertaking a journey.
Oh my god.
How does she remind me of her status while on the journey? So, I, Ophelia of the Rose, have been flirting on and off with the Queen for a couple of months now, since I've been with her for a while. And while she has shown some interest at times, she will often do like a 180 and turn down all of my advances. Is that how you say it in English?
Yeah.
Reminding me of my job as, you could even say, like a meat shield. I am there to say, like, protect her life, even if it costs my own.
Ooh. Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say the Queen enjoys toying with Ophelia.
Yeah.
Ah, there's that terrible
Human
personality
being.
we were warned about. So
Okay,
then
great.
we're going to some distant kingdom to broker an alliance. Is that
You can
correct?
stop talking anytime you want.
You're asking too many
That's what we're
questions.
figuring out. The Queen knows something about you that no one else does. Good. Okay, what happened to my music, people?
What
Change
did
on the
happen
train.
to your music?
I want to set up
I hear
playlist.
some like melodic.
You just gotta hit
background
the
noise.
the circle thing that makes it restart when it gets to the end of the track.
No, but I want the same. I don't want Before the Storm like 2 hours straight. I want like different music. So I gotta one. Don't worry, I gotta play this go now. It's fine. Okay, the Queen knows something about me that no one else does. I think what the Queen knows about me is one night as I was returning to the castle on the night of a full moon, the Queen saw me turn back into a human.
Ooh, that's spicy.
Great. And Matt, it is now your turn.
X. Let me see what my card app. All right.
You can read it. It's actually true about Matt as well, so it's really
I'm not
true.
gonna say you. I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna read it. I am considered beautiful by almost everyone I meet. Not gonna X card this, baby. It's all me. How does the Queen make you question that perception? Ooh, this is some hard-hitting shit. You know, I do have some noble blood in me. And for a while, with the Queen trusting me as a close advisor, confidant, I thought I could possibly broker a marriage with her. She does not seem to be at all interested in my rather persuasive advances, however. And it makes me question question what everyone else seems to see with their eyes.
Call me
What,
Miss
so
to
was
steal
there
your
a
girl.
formal proposal? Matt, but just clarifying question. Was there a formal proposal, or was it like not as a
And now, I could answer that, or I could pshaw you and choose not to, but I will, of course, answer that. I think, I was hoping that the Queen and I see eye to eye. It would be a bit embarrassing to have the Queen deny my proposal, so no, I never made one officially.
Smart move.
I'm gonna just put the Queen.
Queen doesn't show interest, romantic interest.
Spurned? Did they say spurned?
Sure, spurn it up. Spurn, baby, spurn.
Well, I'll just say did not show interest. I'll just say the Queen did not show interest.
Yeah.
That's
We missed the note on your character though, Mike. We gotta get that too.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'll put that in there.
Mike, I'm actually already taking notes on another sheet. Do you want me to type notes since you're doing the cards? That way.
Well, whatever. Yeah, whatever's easier. I just figured I wanted to jot in case we forget.
Can
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
Can you just type them in chat like Mike did so that chat can see it? Cool. Amazing.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, we are back into Andre's turn, and I will drag this card over.
Ooh, there's someone else in this retinue you love besides the Queen. How and why are you keeping it a secret? Of course, the object of my interest is also Ophelia of the Rose. The reason I'm keeping it a secret is because the Queen may or may not be interested in her, and in my opinion, she is. And also, there is absolutely no way in hell I would have a chance with bold Ophelia as the stunted, malformed jester that I am.
Ooh, interesting character.
You can go ahead with the card. I'm just gonna type it. I'll put that in.
What part of this journey will be the most difficult? How do you pull the rest of the retinue through it? So it's a hot midday during a hot summer, and our little band is marching through a pretty arid looking scene, let's call it, because my vocabulary is lacking. And it's like it's really warm and water is running out. And so I think Ophelia takes it upon her to not spread out, but dissociate from the party to go find water while they continue on the main road. So that way she thinks, I'll bring back water if I find some. If they continue on the main road and find water by themselves, that's great. And I'll be back as soon as I can. Because she feels like she can catch up to them eventually.
I have a follow-up question to that.
Yes.
Which is, how could you, the Mistress of Arms, leave the Queen? Aren't you supposed to be by her side?
Ophelia of the Rose is seeing her beloved queen go through dehydration, and she's scared, and she entrusts two other people who she knows they also love her to take care of her while she goes and hopefully makes her queen safer and more comfortable. That is
Excellent.
it.
Risky. No risk, no reward though, right?
Yep. And hey, if I bring that water, then maybe I'll have a better chance.
Your flash dance moment. in the water.
If the Queen's dehydrated, what are the rest of us? Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah, no, she's my priority though. Y'all can suck it.
Okay, the Queen gave you a compliment once. What was it, and why have her words stayed with you? I was competing at a tourney. I was competing at a tourney in the melee, and I had come down to a final bout between me and this other knight, and I struck him with my Morning Star and won the melee. And the queen looked down and said, "Fine show, Sir Guthrum." And that has stayed with me ever since, and inspired a great deal of love and devotion, because she is sparing with her favor.
Mm-hmm. Man, you got some low standards, homie.
Okay, and I'll choose another card. Oh, this is a good one.
Ooh.
Ooh, that is a good one.
What brings out Queen's cruelty? I'm sorry, I just couldn't bring myself to say anything negatively about the Queen. Sir Jester, I think I'd love to hear your answer to this question.
What brings out the Queen's cruelty? Well, as we all know, the Queen is apt to get a little bit cruel when it comes to anyone who mistreats animals in our kingdom. As we see, she has raised dragonlings from egg to beast and other animals as well. So whenever we hear of a farmer mistreating their stock or hunters poaching inhumanely, the Queen shows no mercy.
The most just queen she is.
Right.
Great. And I
Yes,
love
you
that.
have to love the donkeys.
Whether they be stanky or not, you must. Ooh.
When was the last time the Queen showed you real kindness? Mike, I think it's more suited for your character.
I was a wreck when I returned that night, and the Queen put a hand to my cheek and said, "Do not tell anyone your secret, so long as you do no harm." And I felt that was quite a kindness indeed.
Oh,
Sir Guthrum, where does he go in the night when none of us know?
the music picked up. Shit. So now is it Mike's turn still? Since I gave you the cards?
No, it's
no,
Matt's turn now.
My
Okay,
turn.
okay, got it.
When was the last time the Queen hurt you? I want to X card this. Can I have the next card?
Yeah, absolutely. Can we drag it to the X pile? Is that possible?
Yeah, I can.
But you have to like explain why, right?
No, you don't have to explain it.
Fair enough.
Great, choose.
So do you then
ooh.
get a new card?
I do get a new card, and boy, I like this one. You sometimes think you might be the Queen's favorite. Why? And why does this worry you?
Ooh, spicy.
Although she might not seem to observe my beauty quite the way that others do, she does take my counsel quite seriously. Often, I've been very helpful in international dealings. I'm good at reading people, and I know my histories well. But what about the one day I'm wrong? What about the one day I make a suggestion and the Queen is not happy with the response? I worry what that could mean.
All right. The silhouette is starting to formulate.
And just so I want to be making sure that it's clear. You guys can ask follow-ups if you'd like to during other people's turns. That is okay. That is part of the game. It's not like you don't have to. Like once someone's done speaking.
I
you can
have a
absolutely
follow-up
jump in.
question.
Yes!
Is there an issue the Kingdom of the Queen is going through right now on which you would advise her that worries you particularly?
It, of course, was my advice that we set out on this adventure with such a small band. Traveling incognito? So far, it's proved useful, but I worry what may come in the future.
Awesome! That's the...
Good stuff.
So
All right,
you're
the next
saying it's
question.
your fault we're living out of a wagon. Did we get your name yet, Matt?
No.
A name?
You have my lineage, though.
Have you come up with your name, or?
I would have told you if I.
That's-
You gave me a game where I don't have to come up with a name. Please, people.
The Queen lights a fire in me. What is it? The Queen does indeed light a fire in me. Wait, I already forgot. What was Oh yeah, that's right. The fire she lights in me is to be the best self that I can be. For I am only lowly Chamber Potts. That is my name. And telling
Chamber
jokes and rhymes, that is my game. So if I cannot be big and strong, I'll have to be clever and witty. And that's how I get along.
I have a follow-up question.
For
Now,
Chamber Potts.
for Chamber Pots. Now, how do you think this serves the Queen?
What? My
Your
Humor?
wittiness. What does
Oh,
it bring
well.
to her?
It brings her a good mood. It inspires her to laugh occasionally when the duties of state get too heavy for her. For without humor, you're prone to bad humors. That was a terrible rhyme. I'll work that one.
Work on that one.
That's chamber is actually spelled chambray. Thank you very much.
Court is quite a dull place indeed before good men Potts came.
Good man, eh? One of those is true.
Well, great. I'll choose another card.
Give me my card. I'm so ready.
You guys are having a good time with this. I'm
This is
liking it
great,
right now.
yeah.
What promise did the Queen make to you before this journey? Do you think she'll keep it?
Oh my god, this is a good one. What did Ophelia get promised?
Ophelia, before this journey started, secretly snuck into the Queen's room one night during a full moon. And they exchanged some sweet, sweet words. In the distance, you could hear a wolf howling, of course. But they exchanged some sweet, sweet words, and Ophelia got down on one knee, and she proposed and asked the Queen to elope with her and to run away, give up her life as a ruler. And the Queen grabbed her hands, helped her get back up, and told her, "When we both make it back alive, only then will I truly be yours." Now, do I think she'll keep this promise? Ophelia doesn't really know. She doesn't really know if she'll keep that promise, but she hopes so.
Follow-up question.
Yeah.
The promise had a big if. We both make it back alive.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that might spin out, and would that be a get-out-of-jail-free card for the Queen?
I mean, if one of them is dead, they can't get married anyway, right?
Something to think about.
I guess I also have a follow-up question for that, actually. And my question is, does anyone else know about this? Even if, did anybody find out, even if you were hoping to keep it secret?
I think there's a rumor in the kingdom going around that the queen has eyes for her
There
queen's
sure
guards.
is.
But no one has been able to prove it.
Until now, you just told us.
Silly me, oh my.
That's the other thing I don't fully get. Like, these answers, are they like public knowledge among the retinue?
I don't think so.
I think you make it-
I'm taking.
I think
I'm
you can
taking
make
it as no.
I think you can make it what you want it to be, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's been said as when we've answered. Like, I specifically said it was a secret, just that the queen knows.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I think, like, using the gesture as, like... I'm not gonna say anything else, but I just think that, I think that, play with what you will, I think the fact there's rumors in, like, ribald songs or ribald, like, jokes about it, I think that makes sense. I think there would be, but I don't think it's, like, known for sure.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
I don't think any of this is known. It might be rumor, or scandal, but I don't think it's, like, known for sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
Great. There is a false rumor about you and the queen back at the royal court. What is it? How did it start? I'm going to pass this one, I think. I would like
Oh.
to see Matt's answer for this one.
I thank you for the pass, 'cause I'm quite happy to reminisce on my own about this rumor. They say that the Queen and I are trying to start a secret war against our neighbors, expanding territory. Pish posh! No, of course not. I mean, why would we be out here in the open if we were hoping for war to start? Why would the Queen ever agree to that?
How did it start?
Well, there are fertile lands in the neighboring kingdom. It would be quite nice if we had control of that. Some people may have heard me speaking about it, but very vague. Just because it borders my family's lands really means nothing.
No, shady, shady.
The advisor's a warmonger. He doesn't want peace any longer.
How do you come up with them so fast? I can't
I
even
thought
do
about that the
puns.
whole time he was talking. It took me like 2 minutes.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. The next card is...
What do you do for the queen that anyone else can do, and why does she make you do it? Well, this is an embarrassing one to share, but before bedding down for the evening, she has me rub her bunions. Anyone else could do it, but I think she's comfortable revealing her hideous feet to me, a hideous and malformed man.
The queen
We
has
bond
hideous
over it.
feet. Oh no.
You don't know about this, Sophia. You've never seen her without her shoes.
You just said it.
But that,
I know. I'm
You're
sorry.
putting
I'm
words in
sorry,
my
I'm
mouth.
sorry.
She kept her socks on during anything
Yeah.
with a... Okay, great. That is excellent. Let's see.
perfect timing.
What makes the queen ugly in your eyes?
Flip flops.
You know, I really hate when she wears those open sandals. It's such a turn off. Really though. What makes the queen ugly in your eyes? You know, we were talking about her lack of calm when it comes to animal abuse. And while I do believe that animal abuse should be punished, our queen is quite radical. You see, well, as the Queen's Guards captain, I'm the only one to know of this, but she has a special team of assassin that she sends out during those dark nights to take care of those troublemakers. And that to me is a bit ugly.
Follow-up question.
Yes.
How loyal are those assassins?
Quite loyal. She pays them very well.
Loyal to the coin.
Yep.
Very well, very well. Right, let's choose this one. I love this one. What do you do to disappoint the queen on this journey? I think I return to the camp. One night we're camping along the road, and I return holding the body of a peasant, like a peasant boy, covered in blood, and I say, I did not mean to. I did not know any better. I'm sorry.
Can I just ask, what possessed you to bring the corpse back to camp?
Thought I could. I don't know.
Follow-up question. Does he bring the body back secretly so that only him and the queen
I don't think so. No, I
see
think
it?
I think I
Everyone
bring it
sees
back.
it? So
Yeah.
what does your character do to appease Ophelia as a bodyguard? She sees you as a threat now.
What would be Ophelia's title? Like formal title?
Captain of the Queen's Guard.
My captain. I do not know what came over me. I'll kneel. Do what you will with me.
I think she. Is it snark? What's the when you look at someone with disgust and kind of like, you know?
Disdain?
It's contempt.
Yeah,
Contempt?
she looks at
Derision?
she looks at you with this contempt, with disdain, and all of those words, and she
Just combine them.
yeah. And she almost grumbles, "You're lucky the queen likes animals, but from now you'll be treated as such."
Ooh. That is badass.
Great. And then I'm gonna draw the next card.
Sir Guthrum the Crazed, at night and a daze, killed a poor lad. Sir Guthrum is bad.
My god, that's so good!
When did you know you would never forgive the queen, and why? One day, in front of everyone, and this is the goal of this queen. Not that I would ever say anything negative about her, but in front of everyone. When she had dismissed court and everyone stepping away, and all eyes had turned to the door on this beautiful day and the feast that was about to take place, my eyes, of course, stayed on my beloved monarch. Her hand being held by the captain of the Queen's Guard down off her chair. How long that hand lingered one on the other. So out in the open, so indiscreet. Who could forgive that, a monarch?
Whose hand? Sorry, I missed that.
Mine, obviously.
Queen.
Advisor, what is your name? I need to rhyme it with things.
I'm gonna ignore that question.
Son of a bitch, I'll name you
I'm gonna
myself.
choose not to answer it. Yes, thank you.
Things are getting spicy, guys! Spicy, spicy.
Is that a repeat? So,
No, I just messed. I mistakenly picked that one. I put it back.
Oh, gotcha. All right. You were summoned to a private meeting with the Queen once. Why did you feel disappointed afterward? Because for the extent of my life, I had been promised a title, and a title was given to me indeed. That I am now Chamber Pot's Lord of Nocturnal Emissions.
May I inquire about what nocturnal emissions are?
I had hoped you wouldn't, but you ever have a dream that's just a bit too good and wake up to a mess?
No, I can't say that I have.
In some well, I guess as a lady you wouldn't. But we men are cursed with this event. And the servants always know. I thought she meant a real title with lands and an estate.
I guess not.
It wouldn't be omissions. Omissions.
Oh, nocturnal omissions. Okay, that's what Sir Guthrum does.
Well,
He omits village
That's what I
boys
heard
in
at
the night.
first, and then you kept talking, but I didn't go back and. That's what we got. Sorry, chat.
What do you usually do for the royal family? Why does that make you an unlikely choice for this journey? Here's the thing.
Oh, that's tough.
I've been with the queen for very long now, and so I've countless of times I've met her grandmother. Her grandmother, who I think is a lovely little lady. She's very nice, very patient, and so I always help her up and down the stairs. I always help her brush her hair in the morning. And so the queen's grandmother was very insistent that I shouldn't go on this journey as it was dangerous. Matter of fact, both the queen and I shouldn't. But Ophelia didn't listen as she really wanted to protect her queen.
A follow-up question. If the Queen's grandmama is still alive, how is it that our Queen became the Queen?
Well,
You
see,
served the Lady Dowager when she first came to this court. She worked quite tirelessly to make sure the Queen married the King.
exactly.
It's through her efforts that she won over the King instead of the other many suitors.
So she's a Queen consort.
She is a lady. She has never been Queen herself. She is merely grandmother Queen.
No,
And
no,
looked
I mean
after.
our Queen. She's only Queen because she's married to the King.
The King is dead some years back.
Man, succession is fucked up in our kingdom.
Well, the king didn't have kids, so what do you know?
Ophelia of the Rose needs some new clothes if she hopes to be seen by our beloved Queen.
Well, I still dress better than you do, Jester.
The Queen sometimes shows interest in your personal life.
Oh.
How do you respond to that? Why?
After that night, she sometimes asked to watch. I am most ashamed.
Okay, so we
But
know
I
our
let
Queen
her
loves
anyway.
animals. Oh, sorry, I thought you were done.
I'm trying to answer all the questions, sorry.
But I have allowed her to anyway.
I'm not gonna make my joke. It was in poor taste.
Refrain, Jester, refrain.
Alright.
Man, the queen's kind of fucked up, huh? The more we dig into this.
Queen
Ooh.
has punished you once.
A good spanking never hurt nobody.
What, What about the memory of that will stay with you forever? Well, forever is such a long time. Forever, but I always remember. You see, my cousin did have a claim, surely, but it was up for debate. Would those main estates of our family really have fallen into his hand if I hadn't made a few indiscretions in my youth? Well, for the things I've done, the Queen sided with my cousin, giving him the main estate. But was it really that bad? Honestly, if you're going to look at the bright side, it gave me more time in court and gave me my current position. That was one failure that really opened up plenty of doors.
Was
Follow-up
this your
question.
younger brother?
It was a cousin,
Cousin.
actually.
Elder or younger?
She's older. By a
Wow.
bit.
So your estate left your line of the family and went to the cousins.
It was under dispute. You see, the previous heads of the state were, well, from both of our sides of the family. You know how nobility.
I sure do. It's more of a family web than a tree.
Never liked spiders much.
My lord, your father, I hear, was a kind and just lord, and most righteous. Mine own father served him.
Of course, I remember. You and your father when I was in my younger years. You served well, I understand. Well, my father died. Of course.
God rest his soul, my lord.
Things have been different since that day. It's hard to go back. Time just keeps marching on.
Ophelia, you had a follow-up question that I
totally
interrupted so
forgot it.
rudely.
Yes, you did.
Typical jock behavior, forgetting a question.
Okay.
Advisor is stateless. That's your name.
Imagine not having an estate. Could be me.
Oh, how apt. You are considered ugly by almost everyone you meet. How does the Queen make you question that perception? I am considered ugly by almost everyone I meet. However, I'm the only one who touches Queenie's feet.
Oh, make it rain on
Yeah,
that. That was
honestly,
beautiful.
that's
That
good.
was beautiful.
That was good. And he was quick with it too.
I know.
I mean, they set me up for this. This was like perfectly drawn for my character.
I have heard it tell that the jester sometimes leaves out scraps for the urchins after the feast.
Yeah, I take the grater to her bunions, and that's what I leave for the urchins.
That's disgusting. Shame on you, Jester.
Like a fine parmesan over a pasta
Oh,
dish.
I just thought about it. It's actually gonna make me gag. It's disgusting.
Cheese.
Ugh.
Thank you, though, Sir Guthrum. That's a nice rumor to spread. Keep saying that.
Give me my card. I'm so ready. What? Can I exit? Please.
Absolutely.
I need something that will give us tea. Hot piping tea. Piping hot, I mean. What did you bring with you to... Ah, fuck. Can I X that one too?
How many, are there enough cards that we can, like, chew through them? Or should we be sparing with these?
Mike,
Can't
you
hear
are
you.
muted.
No, I'm saying we don't. If somebody can exit, no questions asked.
Okay, awesome.
Alright, I'll keep that one. I'll keep that one. What do you do that pleases the queen on this journey? Well, see, after Sir Guthrum's display of violence, I would have had him beheaded. But the queen pled for his life for a reason that I still don't really understand. And so I spared the dog to her great satisfaction. Can I add on to this card, like almost as if
You can
there
say
was
as
another question?
much as you want. No one can stop you. We can only add on to you.
Okay, so, but now you see, I wonder what it is that attracts him to him so. And maybe, just maybe, I should be jealous. That's it.
That's a train sound. What the hell? Who likes trains here?
Oh, that was the under train
Trains?
going by as we make our way towards Rock Beach.
Don't worry, it's on a mission. By the way, people watching stream, Undertrain is still up on our Twitch, so if you want to go check it out.
Why do you think the queen trusts you enough to bring you
Oh,
on this journey?
that's gonna be interesting.
It's a good one for you, yeah.
I think I would like to do this as like a scene with Ophelia. If that's
Oh.
okay.
Absolutely, hit me.
And I think we're like going over like this kind of this bridge as we're having this discussion. My lord captain,
What is it, dog? Dog. Sorry.
all I have left is my honor. What a tattered thing it is. Know that I would die for you and the queen, if so commanded.
I hear you. But I'll pretend I didn't.
Great.
Follow-up question. Jester. Don't those two on the bridge seem to be getting a bit cozier than usual?
Good observation, Mr. Estateless. We'll have to keep an eye on them. Maybe we'll have to separate them.
Imagine the please just picture it. This beautiful, handsome, long blonde hair swiping in the wind man walking next to that ugly, hunchback, jester dressed guy. And he goes,
Oh, spy.
yeah, mister, you don't even have a house. That's fucking great. No, please picture it. It's great. It's
I
great.
rent a room. It's quite satisfactory.
Wait, is Advisor like canon handsome? Did we hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I am considered beautiful by
Oh,
almost
okay.
everyone I meet.
except the
baby.
queen. So
And me. Okay, awesome. Sorry, I'm doing a lot of rhyming and less listening than I should be.
Priorities. Here we are. What brings out the queen's kindness? Ever since her younger days, particularly when she would come visit my father's estate doing the rounds of the kingdom, the queen has always been interested in animal husbandry. In fact, I once saw her pull a calf from a cow with her own bare hand. I think her nanny scrubbed her for a week after that, but this infatuation with the wild. Those that don't live in pen. I mean, how many snakes has she picked up just on her own walking through here? I do hope she knows them well enough to know they're not poisonous. I'll trust her with that, I suppose.
Ooh, an idea is brewing, guys. I have an idea brewing here.
Do we not look to the snakes for poison?
Queen looks to them for entertainment, companionship, brotherhood, whatever you will.
Perhaps it's not the snakes in the grass that are poisoned, but the snakes in this retinue.
Dang, I wanted to say that, but I didn't have the right words. Fuck.
Old chamber pots got you, Ophelia.
Fuck yeah.
What you lack in brain, I make up in... I mean...
Wow, I
You make
really
up and
just
drawn.
displayed that, huh?
Oh, that's bad. Alright. Hit me.
Hit him.
I punched at you, you didn't make a reaction.
Oh. Oh.
There it is. It's fucking stage acting,
On
baby.
my screen, you punched that way and Andre went that way.
It worked on my screen. I did it right here. I am gonna pass this to Ophelia. I don't think I witnessed anything of the sort.
Oh. You saw the queen do something terrible to keep the retinue safe. What was it? Did you come to respect her more or less afterwards? Guys, my idea brewing is nesting right now as we speak.
Okay.
I'm laying eggs, okay? That was weird to forget I said
Oh, the
that.
queen might like that. She's into beasts of all sorts.
Wait, it was a figure of speech. Anyway. Late nights while we were camping out and everyone was asleep, Ophelia was on guard duty, obviously. Looking out for everyone's safety. And I looked up at the full moon, and as I looked down, the weirdest sight I witnessed. As I saw the queen walking around and slicing her hands in what seemed to be some sort of ritual. Little did I know. Wait, can I say that? Yeah, I can. Fuck it. No one can stop me! Little did I know that she, it was a ritual of lycanthropy, as she too wished to be a werewolf. I did not know that though, as I looked upon what was happening. And I don't think I lost respect for her, although I was really weirded out. Kind of a red flag, to be honest.
They say the queen has a beast inside her. Let's just hope it's not Sir Guthrum.
My question is, what was the danger? Like, what was happening that she did this to keep us safe? What was she keeping us safe from?
The way of the the way of the beast is hard to control, as Sir Guthrum showed us. Guthrum, sorry. And she, as well as he, may well endanger us if they take part in this beastly way.
So she's fighting fire with fire.
Okay.
Fire with fire. Why is she such a liar?
That was good. That was good.
You know, why don't you leave the rhyming to me, Fabio? Now that I know you're handsome.
Hair
My
in the
name,
wind.
I'm writing it down.
Fabio is stateless. That's what we call you.
I think
Okay, I think. Do you guys want to take a break here, and like we can resume afterwards? Do
Yeah, man.
a 5-minute
Let's go.
break, just for like a bathroom break.
Perfect.
Quick bio break.
Because I'm loving it. I want to just keep this vibe going, but also I gotta go pee. So,
The vibes
don't
are
wanna leave the
good, but
camera.
I need to pee.
but I do need to. Great. Okay, great. You want to say like we can say 5-10 minutes? Come back at say 8:20.
Sounds good.
8:20. Great.
All right.
Good.
Later, chat.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our table. I hope you're having a wonderful evening here. This will be our conclusion of this game of For the Queen. The second half here. I actually don't know exactly when the Queen's going to get. Well,
Murdered. No, I'm kidding.
What?
I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know when the
Oh.
game's going to end. It can end at any time, depending on what card is drawn.
Oh, jeez.
It can end at any time. Great. Let's see. Whose turn was it when we
I
left
think
off?
it's your turn next, Mike. I think the last
okay.
turn, the last card was
Yes,
Eve's.
because I did the ritual thing. Ooh, wee, that's interesting.
Great. Okay, I have an idea for this one.
Read it out first, though. Don't forget.
You suspect this journey isn't just about diplomatic negotiations. What else do you believe is going on, and why? I think we find ourselves with a moment of reprieve from the difficulties of the road, and I think we are staying over in a roadside inn this evening, and the Queen has gone up to bed, and we are kind of sitting down. Oh, you know what? There we go. We're sitting downstairs and in the room, as you do, and Sir Guthrum is like deep in his cups, like he's been kind of drinking a lot of wine this evening, and I think he's maybe being a little bit more loose with what he says than he intends to. And he says to Chamber Potts, to Mr. Potts,
To chamber pots indeed. For if it weren't for them, where else would we piss?
See, I've seen in the night, I've seen empty villages. See, I've seen men marching in the woods. I think something else is going on here.
You've seen people marching at night in the woods from empty villages.
I think someone has raised the fjords, and they are marching.
Marching from the fjords. That could only mean one thing. What does it mean, Sir Guthrum?
God, I love being here with you guys. I don't think I've told you this enough, but this has been the best time of my life. I've done so many steps. My Fitbit is going crazy.
What is a Fitbit?
You're who?
I think war is coming. Blood and steel, mark my words.
War? No. Who wants war?
Why else would we be on this journey? I thought this was about an alliance.
Yes. Peaceful alliances.
They will force the pass. They will force the pass. Mark my words.
So what do you suggest?
You ready?
What'd you say? Sorry, I didn't understand.
That we be ready to fight.
Perhaps we should
Oh.
return to the kingdom at once.
Foolish suggestion. We don't even have an alliance yet. Why would we go back?
We've
We've
been
done so
marching
many
for weeks.
walking. So
We
much.
can't just retreat.
Have you seen the queen's feet? They're worse than normal.
Hey,
Well-
I'm doing my best here.
If the kingdom is to be under attack, surely the people will want their queen on the throne.
Misunderstand me, Captain Nut. We are not under attack. We will be the ones attacking.
What? I figured I would know about this.
What you don't know could fill a book.
I believe they want to invade.
God, I heard those rumors too. They sound ridiculous. 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 You know, sometimes you say a word and it just doesn't sound like it's right. Ridiculous.
Radicchio. And
Now-
lettuce.
Follow-up question. How does the queen react to your drunken allegations?
I don't think I said that the queen was not here right
she
now.
wasn't-
So if you
okay,
want
sorry,
to tell
sorry.
the queen, then that would be something different, which you
Okay.
could do. But I don't think I think Guthrum was aware enough to not slur this drunkenly while the queen was around.
Okay, got it.
But specifically was like talking to Chamber Pots about this situation because he's concerned. And I think he knows what it looks like when the Fjords are summoned, when the lords are going to war, and I think he has seen this before, and he knows the sign. He knows what it looks like when the menfolk are gone, and all that's left behind are women and children. He knows what that means.
All right.
I don't think Lord Fabio can hold his
Lord
Can't
Fabio.
hold his liquor.
Why are some others at the royal court jealous of your relationship with the queen? Oh, please. I am her closest confidant and advisor, most certainly. Honestly, some will say, they would say this, but they're not in the know to know really how much work I do, that everything I say is done in court. Every little word that I whisper becomes policy. A foolish notion, of course, but with my closeness with the Queen, I can see why they would say.
The vibes are good, at least.
The queen is responsible for the death of someone you loved. Who? What happened? Oh man, it's the court jester having these like deep emotional questions is like.
Well, he
really
has
not
to
my
be more
vibe
than
right
a
now.
jester. A character is deep, you know?
The queen.
You're telling me your Quasimodo has to have some tragic backstory?
Well, his life is tragic enough. Why does he need a tragic backstory?
If you don't want it, you can pass it along to someone else. But don't X this
I-
one, man. Don't X this one. You can pass it, but don't X it.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm not Xing it. I think that's a really good one. I just don't have anything good for this, so I'll pass.
So it goes to me automatically, or does he choose?
Hmm
I think it goes.
Yeah, it just goes to the next person.
Okay. Ooh! The queen is responsible for the death of someone you loved. Who and what happened? Okay. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Alright,
Okay.
alright. I'm
Alright.
cooking. I'm cooking up here. I'm cooking up. So the queen and I have a tumultuous relationship, I think is the right word. One day she loves me, one day she doesn't even acknowledge my presence. And most would say that our relationship started off as quite the toxic one, for lack of better word. You see, I was once married to a fine, noble woman whom I guarded with my life, as I do today for my queen. And when the queen and I crossed paths, she she decided to employ me. And she gave my beloved her own guardsman so that she could stay well while I was away on duty. One day, I returned home from after being away for like 2 months, and I came back to a bloody mess as my lover had been assassinated by her own bodyguards. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I told you I was cooking up.
Follow-up question.
Yeah.
Do you have a opinion as to why?
I think the queen lacks I don't have the right word for this, but you know, the ability to really think before acting. I think she's impulsive. Yeah, I think she's impulsive. And she felt jealous. I think she did. And she acted on her emotions.
Human life is cheap, unlike those lovely sheep.
Okay, great. Excellent.
Now we're getting into it. Come on now.
Ooh.
Oh,
Who is
finally.
this distant power you're traveling to? Why do they make you uneasy? I think Guthrum is going to talk to Ophelia again.
Okay. I'll give you a better answer, promise.
I do not trust the Duke.
Why is that?
He seeks the crown for himself.
Now, those are silly rumors. Fabio could tell you the same. They're family, are they not?
Do you trust Fabio?
Now tell me, what has he done to perturb your trust?
He's always whispering things. I do not trust him. Not doubt the Duke seeks the crown himself for his family.
I'll keep in mind what you said. But keep in mind that unlike you, he hasn't killed one of the Queen's citizens.
Of course, Lord Commander. Promise me you will be safe. And watch out for the Queen when we get to White Lake.
I can only promise the latter, as my life is hers.
Very well.
Nice.
Come on, the Dukes of White Lake are always good people. That's just, I mean, it's
So
in their
trustworthy.
DNA. Just goodness is passed on.
And isn't
That's
it
how-
like a
that's how it
stereotypical
works.
name for evil characters in like fantasy worlds?
The Duke?
Duke of White Lake?
The
Like I
Duke.
feel like it's so like evil.
Roxanne.
I'm gonna agree for much more right now.
I'm not a jealous man. I just don't like people touching my things. Oh, good, I have a card.
Oh god.
Yes!
Oh,
The Queen touched you once.
It's
What
like
about-
a comma once too. It's not just you once. It's
Just
touched you
once.
once.
one time.
What about the memory of that will stay with you forever? I thought that my courting was going well. I thought it would lead to a real marriage, a real increase in my station. Really the betterment of the whole kingdom for having the match as well. But that one time we came together, that one hand job the Queen offered me, she stopped before completion. I will forever remember the pain of those blue balls for the rest of my days, both the physical and the spiritual pain.
Poor Fabio.
Damn, it took me a minute to realize where I was going because I kind of zoned out, and then I just hear a hand job, and I'm like, "Whoa!"
I don't wake you up. He's a bad handy. Should have just done it himself.
Yeah, you can only trust yourself, you know. That's what they say.
The young man, it was nice to be touched. Until it wasn't.
Follow-up question.
Please, this is all of you should ask at least one.
I want to
Yes.
see what stopped her. What interrupted?
Yes. At the time, I thought it was innocent enough. A knock at the door, a rap tap tap from her nursemaid, and I heard, "Hello, young princess, queen, whatever you are at this point. Art thou within?" And she said, "Shh, shh, shh." And I said, "No, it's fine. You can keep going." And she yelled back, "Yes, 'tis I, dear nursemaid. Alone in the washroom." I tried to finish myself at that point, but the fapping made too much noise, and she was worried it would alert others to my presence. She simply got up and left.
Gosh darn.
Now, having been royally commanded not to fap myself, that command was not rescinded. Actually, still has not been rescinded. I haven't touched myself once since that day. I've tried to bring it up. Not an easy thing to do. She never wanted to be alone with me again, and how am I going to say at court? Well, these are my own difficulties, of course.
Oh my god, that was a whirlwind of emotion.
Old Fabio's fear, 'tis true, but 'tis not his eyes that are blue.
Oh, that's good.
Little did Fabio know that nursemaid was just chamber pots on stilts with two cantaloupes. He'd seen them go in together and decided to interrupt.
If I had any idea of that, you'd be at the bottom of the lake.
You saved the queen's life once. How? Once upon an eve, we had some guests, some dignitaries from a nearby kingdom, there auspiciously to sign a trade agreement, open borders, all sorts of things like this. And they brought with them a rare dessert, a golden honey, they call it, from the hive of the golden bees, which only thrive in their kingdom. And I was on a real gag that night. I was cavorting and carousing and cartwheeling up and down the table, and one of my gags was unexpectedly tasting things from guests to surprise them and entertain the others. And so, this golden honeycomb is placed before the queen, and I decide in a moment of boldness to take a risk. Either I'll end the night in the stocks, or my lips will taste the beauty of the golden honey. And so I cartwheel across, and from under the tablecloth I jump, and I sink my teeth into the honeycomb. But as it turned out, the comb was poisoned. So I fell to my knees, frothing, raving, raging, foam falling from my lips to the paving stones below.
I saw it. I thought it was part of the show.
But I was dying, and I was reaching out to Fabio, saying, help me, but he just kept clapping.
What good fun! What good fun! Yes.
Luckily, in my wheezing, Ophelia realized it had gone too far and called the healers over, who were able to restore me.
No, I think Ophelia she took it and she went to like make you spit it out.
And the comb flew from my lips and hit Sir Guthrum's forehead and stuck there.
Doing lovely, that's fun.
This actually is a honey pot.
And then the dignitaries were executed.
Nice.
That was the best part. Yeah.
What
In
makes the queen
your eyes.
beautiful in your eyes?
In your eyes.
It's like Mike is choosing these beforehand, like to fit the narrative. This is crazy.
Actually, well, I actually got a good answer for this one. I think the question. I think the prompts are so good. It like seems like anyone could, like it'd be perfect for anyone. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
What makes the queen beautiful in your eyes? Good question, because they have such a toxic relationship. So what could potentially save it?
All my instincts.
Could I engage a scene with
Turn.
you if that's okay to answer this question?
Sorry?
Would it be okay if we did like a scene to answer this question, like through conversation, or is that
Yeah.
something you want to answer on your own?
Yeah. You know what? I think it's still that night where we all had a bit too much to drink. And you know what? I think Potts and Fabio went to bed. Sorry guys. It's not that I don't like you. And I say sorry.
No, you go.
I have a good one. I've been cooking. I'm sorry. That's why it's taking a while.
No, you do it, please.
I go. You would think that I'm a fool to let a man like you roam around the woman I love. I'll admit, part of me might even be relieved if the worst came to happen. But I'm duty bound. I can't let those intrusive thoughts win.
Captain, may I speak freely?
You may.
Why do you love her?
She holds a leash on me. She took everything I had. My wife. My house. Hell, I was dependent on her for money at some point too. And that there they were, those honeyed words, those sweet eyes, lit under the moonlight. And I weirdly just couldn't say no.
I love her because she is a sun, when all I know is night.
Tell me, how did you two meet?
I was brought to court a boy. My father served in her guard. He suffered from the same affliction. And I believe she had interest in it. For reasons I do not know. She is capable of evil and cruelty, 'tis true, but wonder and beauty. And she is smarter than any of them.
Tell me, Guthrum, if our beloved queen came to obtain that twisted power, strength that you own, what do you think she'll do with it? What kind of good could that possibly create?
There is no good or evil in nature, my lady. The strong eat the weak. That is all.
Then I pray that I am weaker than her on that Oh, that's not the word in English. Fuck! I ruined it. Okay, wait. Take it back. Replay. Rewind.
Oh, close.
Okay. Fuck. Then I pray that I am weaker than her on that fated night. Ah.
Great. Love it.
Fuck yeah, I saved it.
Oh, good work. Good work.
Thank
Really feel on the Peter Gabriel vibes. If the next card is something about shocking a monkey, I'll be like floored.
There is a part of you that does not want peace in this land. Why are you attached to the war? Man, I would love to answer the question, but I'd love to pass it even more.
Ooh.
I don't know why I decided with this character. He's really like answering questions. It's like the one side, like there's an interviewer asking him questions and he's like responding
I
to
like
them. Probably in like the cell.
Inside the
after
action area.
Yeah.
A part of me that does not want peace. Which part would that be? Certainly not my arm. These arms were certainly made better for peacetime.
It's the
Head.
blue balls.
Talk about those. Light, really. Well, my honor, I suppose, ties me to the war. It was during wartime that my father's father, landed the way my family has been. We were always high class, but in the war with LM, terrible times, we were able to rise above. Things have fallen. Not so far they can't be recovered, but they have fallen some. War is an opportunity for those that know how to use it. Certainly, that's always been true.
So good. Love it.
I'm gonna be sad when the final card pops up. Oh! Plot twist! Wow!
Holy shit. Oh my god.
Sneaky little jester.
Sneaky little jester.
Read
yeah.
it for the chat. Read it for the chat.
Yeah,
You
baby.
arranged for the queen to be ambushed on this journey. What did they offer you? What could they offer me? I am a man who has everything and nothing at the same time. I don't have to work. I am housed, fed, clothed. But the one thing I don't have is any freedom to be a real member of society. Do I get to choose my clothing? No. I wear what the queen wants me to wear because I am her plaything. Do I get to ride a real horse? No. I'm forced to ride on the back of a sow. And anyway, my legs are too short to ride a real horse. So what they offered me is respect. Now, maybe I'm a fool to trust them, but that is my role in this court. The royal fool.
Oh. Follow-up question. Follow-up question. Did the ambush succeed?
I think we're gonna find that out, hopefully.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
We just might. Well, you just might.
I'm really hoping the next one is... next one's not very relevant, so hopefully in a couple we'll be able to come back to that.
You have a personal connection to the land you are currently traveling through. What makes you want to stay, and why don't you? I'm gonna pass that one up to Mike.
These were our lands once. My father's father had a tower there. Bailey, before we supported the wrong side, was taken from us. Gone were our days of landed knights, and now we are little more than sellswords with a title. Sir. What is that? Not as much as it used to. But I have made a vow, an oath, and I will keep it.
Follow-up question. I have a question. What is that ode?
By the oath I made to you, my captain,
Alright, sorry.
to die in the Queen's defense.
Question, actually, follow-up question.
If you want to talk through this as characters, you can do that, or if you want to continue.
I can actually ask that one through my character. I can.
Okay.
So, Ophelia asks you, why are you so attached to the Queen? She might have forgiven your crime, but she forgave the crime of many a criminal.
It is not that she forgave me, my captain, but that she sees me for what I truly am. Just the man, but the beast.
I will say our discussions have been enlightening. I do wish to apologize for judging you so harshly.
Why apologize to a dog?
Well, you know, sometimes you forget to feed them in the morning and you feel bad after. So I didn't have an answer there. Canonically speaking, it was that scene, okay?
Sorry, I was all day. I got held up at work. I know you have to pee. The Queen is not your queen. Why do you serve her anyway?
Mike, I know you picked them. You picked them for every single one of us.
You can't pick them because
I know.
people pass, and you don't expect it. So like, it fucking just, you know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
it's just like, so that should have been technically mine. If you didn't, you know what I mean? If you hadn't passed the last, it would have been mine.
I want to answer this, even though it probably makes more sense to pass it, since we've already said like ancestral I'm from here. But once I saw this card, I actually thought I had a very good response, so I want to do that. And the response is to my interviewer. Not my queen. Well, not the queen of my birth, certainly. Only queen through marriage. The line, the dynasty, previous. Snuffed out, really. When you think that Queen Sama now rules. No longer of the whispers, now she speaks loudly. Why do I serve her? She is the queen of my land. Queen of my family's land. Queen of a land we have served and worked for generations. Even if things are a little different now. Her in charge.
No, Might you tell us how things differed?
Well, we didn't used to have a snake lady as a queen. That was really scary snake lady. Now we are ruled by a very scary snake. So,
Right. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, it's different.
This
Different.
Sama name drop. Hell yeah.
Hey,
All right.
Great. Sorry, just give me a second so I know that you guys are done. I don't want to like
No,
interrupt
don't
or
worry
cut
about it.
anyone off.
Oh, that's so good! Why are they so perfect?
The queen thinks more highly of you than you do of yourself. How do you know this? Here's how I know this. Of an evening on our journey, as usual, I was entertaining the team with a limerick this time that I'd written about our beloved Sir Guthrum, who's just often the butt of my jokes. There once was a man named Sir Guthrum, but all he could eat was chewing gum, and when he had gas, he tried to get it to pass, and a great bubble would form from his bum.
That is disgusting.
It's true, though.
I had to unmute to laugh just so everyone knew I thought it was funny.
Perfect.
It's like texting someone lol and then you have to like say I actually laughed at that one.
Exactly. Ophelia of the Rose, more like Feely the Nose. Her nose is so big it dances a jig.
Wait, that's actually real though. Stop.
That's in character.
No,
Nothing
my
about
real
the play.
nose.
But anyway, the reason why I actually know that the queen values me for more than just cheap jokes, japes, costumes, and tomfoolery is because on occasion she will bring me into a private audience and actually ask my advice on a matter. She trusts in Chamber Pot's intuition and reading of people, because you have to be a pretty keen observer of the crowd in order to roast them well. Unfortunately, I never have anything useful to say when she asks me for advice, and it's just more jokes, but she doesn't stop trying.
What did you bring with you that endangers the queen? I think I'll skip that one. Exit. When did you know you were in love with the queen? Oh boy, oh boy.
Perfect.
The queen, well, she took everything from me. Also promised me everything. When I lost love, when I lost safety, when I lost comfort, she provided all of those for me. And so, in my grief, I could only think that she was the one.
Dearest Ophelia, how do you think your murdered wife would feel if she knew of your feelings for her killer?
My wife was a beautiful, gentle soul. And she knew above all else that people are flawed. And sometimes things are hard to explain, hard to go through. I think my wife and I belong together. And I think now it's not an option anymore. The plot thickens.
like a good soup
Thick soups
or
are the best.
stew.
Queen trusts you, but
no one else in the royal court does.
I know I'm repeating myself, but tell me these are not fucking perfect for
Why?
each and every single one of us.
So we all know the simple answer, but what's the real answer?
I think that this is a difficult question for Guthrum. But I think the answer is a simple one. Do not trust the hound of your neighbor. Surely you trust your own.
It's a very good answer, actually.
Very wise.
Nice. Fun fact, I walk to go to work and my neighbor always lets his dog out and he barks a lot and he's really big and I always am shit scared of passing in front of it. And I work with dogs on the daily, so that says a lot. No, my god, guys!
Here we go.
Let me show
Ambush
you the chat.
time.
Is under attack.
Chat, while I was telling my silly story, the
Do
queen was
you-
under attack.
Defend her.
Hold up. Wait.
I answer for okay.
Are there extra rules on this?
No, I wanted to switch the music.
Oh.
Priority.
I have one job here.
Fabio, a stateless, with so much to gain in an upheaval, will defend his queen with life.
Do we go around or?
Yep. Yeah.
Chamber Potts bravely astride his sow, armed with nothing but a water pistol. Unfortunately, hits a low-hanging limb of a tree and rolls beneath the cart. I do not defend the queen. I watch for the attackers, who I expected.
Ophelia undoubtedly defends the queen with her life.
As the attack is occurring, Guthrum looks left, looks right. And this huge, these, spiny type furs, emerge from his back. He, kind of thickens out, goes down to all fours, as two tusks shoot out of his mouth, and a were-boar stands by the queen.
He wasn't a dog after all! Man, that was so perfect. There was thunder outside my house just as he started to transfer. It was like, oh, whoa! Alright, how does that play out now?
For quick.
That's it.
That's
the
it?
game is over.
What?
We all decided what we did.
But
That's the end?
I want
That's
to
the
know.
end.
I want to know how it ends.
What about the epilogue? What the hell?
Yeah.
The game is over.
Any question?
Well, maybe
Oh,
maybe I
that's
would have described it a bit more if I knew that was it after. Oops.
I will say, if you want to add anything, I think that's okay. But the way the rules work, I'll just pull out to make sure I'm being completely correct here.
That was my understanding too. Because the idea is the game is that interpersonal relationship between the
So-
queen and each of our characters.
Continue answering, passing, and Xing questions until the queen is under attack card is drawn. That's number
Yeah.
17. Card 18 says, each player should answer that question in turn, then the game is over. That's it.
So I think like to quote unquote play better, we would have had to explain through all of the complicated relationship that we have with the queen why we chose still to defend her or not. Meanwhile,
think
Well, that's a
did
better
that.
way to play. Yeah.
Good.
I think
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah.
I think we that.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. Honestly.
I mean,
feel
I
like
just
that-
said I defend her. Meanwhile, I could have said even though there's this, I feel that way still, and that's why I decide to do X, you know?
Do you want to do that now?
No, I'm nervous now. I have stage performance anxiety.
How about this? How about we let Chamberpots describe what happens, as he's the reveal to be the driver behind this plot. Do you want to do
True.
that, Chamberpots, or do you want to just end it where it is? I'll let you decide.
I don't know. I don't really want to decide the outcome of the fight. So what I'll describe is that Fabio. What kind of weapon does Fabio use?
Me? My voice! I'm definitely a bard.
He starts slinging spells and music and shouting, and in the fray, the assassin's blade swings up and shores his beautiful hair all off on one side. So he is now hideous and unfashionable.
Totally worth! Save the queen!
And Sir Guthrum the Boar, he charges and he bats his hooves, his little stompers, and he starts charging forward with his big tusks. And he spears one enemy soldier. He spears a second enemy soldier. But he cannot slow down, and he ends up straight into a tree. And Ophelia of the Rose, she draws her blade, and she fights valiantly until an enemy with an axe chips it. And she is forced to discard it. She falls to one knee and draws her dagger, and fights valiantly. And fights her way back to the queen, who opens her cart to reveal a juvenile dragon, which breathes flame.
Oh my god! The dragon came back!
Encircling the enemies with dragon fire and burning away their corpses to ashes.
And I think like you see that like delivered by Chamberpots like in core in part of his performance in like a future and like a feast in a hall somewhere that we don't know. And as we fade to black, I think we're left with that question. Why do we love those that hurt us? And why is it those we love hurt us the most? And I think we'll conclude our game of there.
Wow, food for thoughts? Food for thoughts?
Thank you guys. I think it was a really fun game. Kudos. I wish I knew the names of the designers so I could shout them out. But I know it's Evil Eye Productions, and they are an incredible company, selling really good games. Again, this game is very. It's thought-provoking, I think, in a lot of ways,
Yeah.
and I think that these simple questions really make you reflect on your own experiences in your own life in a way that that for me is truly like therapy. You know,
Not a substitute for therapy.
not a substitute for therapy,
but
but if you're
But it's like way
Yeah.
cheaper also, so...
yeah, but if you're into it, man. No, but I am really into these diceless, GM-less games, and this was awesome, guys. Thank you for playing. I hope we can play this again. I really do like the idea. This game has a lot of replay value because, like, there are a lot of queens, and this is just one of them, you know, and there's a lot of stories to tell here. And I hope you all will join us at our table for the stories to come, including a soiree in a small town in Maine quite a long time ago. Would you like to expound on that?
Indeed, I would love to. In one of the coming sessions, which we're hard at work at, and getting our characters ready and finalizing some of these homebrewed mechanics that we're going to be experimenting with, we will be joining a party of human commoners, which is an idea that we've discussed in the past, that we wanted to run a commoner game to see how it would work. And it's set not in some sort of high fantasy medieval world, but instead it will be set in Camden, Maine, which is a real place. And it'll take place in the 1890s, which was a fascinating period of history. Electrification was going on. Figures like Edison and Tesla and other inventors and revolutionary innovators were around. So we'll be exploring an eclectic professor's manor that evening, who has invited a number of folk from the town and nearby villages to join him for dinner, but none of them know why, or maybe some do. We'll see what our players come up with.
I just want to add on. Can I say I was doing some preliminary research, just for reasons, and the first paper on climate change was published in 1895, December
Wow.
1895. That speculated that carbon emissions could heat the Earth's atmosphere, which I found fucking fascinating and just tragic. And
Yeah, that's very
damn.
sad.
Yep.
Oh my god. Awesome.
All right, guys. Thank you for playing, and we look forward to you joining us at our table next time. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.